Two things before we start this video. Number one is that if you're having trouble deciding whether or not we should fight for the new stratagem or the children's hospital, let me give you some insight. Can sick and disabled children handle a rifle? No, they can't. Can anti-tank mines kill big fuck-off enemies? Yes. The choice is clearly obvious. We can always make more kids, okay? And number two, did y'all catch the Xbox showcase? Because if you made it past the 14th shitty COD reveal we had, you would have seen probably the most important game on the entire list, and the game that I'm going to dedicate probably 3 days of my life to, unconditionally, Doom Dark Ages, okay? I mean, holy shit. Just watch the trailer. Just go watch the trailer. The music, the enemies. This shit is metal as fuck, dude, okay? It's in the corner. Don't click on it yet, okay? Click on it after you watch this video. As soon as it's up for pre-order, they can have all my money. I will take out a loan to pre-order Doom Dark Ages, okay? I don't care how much it is. It's going on the docket. It's, bruh, 12 a.m. it comes out. Freaking, I will stay up for 72 hours straight to play it, okay? Don't test me. Anyway, this video is about another build that I have concocted in this brain of mine, and I actually had a lot of fun with it, okay? The DEMOMAN. Inspired by the almighty demo from Team Fortress 2.
If I were a bad demo man, I wouldn't be sitting here discussing it with you, now would I?
Now, the loadout for this build consists of things that a demo man would use, with a large emphasis on explosives. So for our primary, I went with the Dominator, since it is classified as an explosive weapon. The crossbow was kinda close for my decision, but it's kinda ass, so... And I was also afraid of blowing myself up with the Eruptor, so I went with the Dominator. Secondary is the grenade pistol, of course, then impact grenade for maximum effort. The drip we're going for with this one is going to be the CE07 Demolition Specialist. Not only because of the name, but also because it's the same color scheme as the red demo, and it also gives us 2 extra grenades, because why have 4 when you can have 6? And for our stratagems, we're going to be using the grenade launcher, of course. Sadly, it's not a rotary launcher, but a belt-fed grenade launcher is still pretty fucking wicked, okay? To combo that, we're going to be running the supply pack, because a good demo man always makes sure he has extra bombs. Because it's never a war crime the first time, and if there's no witnesses, there is no crime. Then I ran the cluster bombs, which are basically just a lot of impact grenades being dropped from a plane. Then I ran the 500 kg because what is that but a really big grenade, right? Then run whatever booster best fits the mission or whichever one you like to use. Now that I've shared with you the build specifications, I guess it's time to talk about the performance I had. And let me go ahead and say, if you plan on playing this with teammates, I would bet that you're likely going to double your team kill stat and probably be kicked from a few too many lobbies. So, do with that as you wish. You have been warned. What I'm trying to say is, this shit was hitting.
Yes! Do it!
We started off on level 1, and the only reason that I like to play on these lower levels when I'm first testing out these builds is I want to know what I can and what I cannot do. What the nade launcher or my guns can or cannot explode or destroy, things like that. Level 1 was, well, it was level 1. I blew up some ammo, destroyed some oil reserves, because if I can't have the oil, no one can. Level 2 was no different. I had to explode these 2 towers that were transmitting illegal material. Fun fact, the cluster bomb can blow up fabricators if thrown in the proper direction. This is also where I experienced my first of many deaths due to my own hubris. The grenade launcher, contrary to popular belief, is not the best for close quarters combat. Who'da thunk?
One crossed wire, one wayward pinch of potassium chloride, one errant twitch, and kablooey!
As for level 3, I completed one objective and then loaded the Sief artillery, which is what, just a really big grenade launcher. I mean, the shells even look like imagine a 40 mil, just add another 0. I then went to complete another objective and watched as Sweet Liberty eviscerated everything within about a 50-foot radius. So, anyway, on to level 4. Bit more difficult, but nothing unmanageable. I somehow managed to anger Eagle 1, and she decided to drop a mini nuke directly 5 feet away from me. I'm not sure what I did. The grenade launcher really shines when you can catch the bot drops coming in, and you can just unload on them as they're flying right over you. Scrap all the bots before they drop. Anyway, continued the mission and wound up running out of lives. But hey, mission accomplished, am I right, boys? Level 5 was a bit eventful. I got burned alive, and then I spammed triangle a bit too much and wound up point blank and nuggeted myself with a grenade pistol. Yes, I did just come up with that. Got sliced up right after that, and then I finally held my ground at exfil and left. Level 6 was where we hit a hard stop. Do you know why? Go ahead. Go ahead, guess. Yes. Go ahead, guess. I'll let you figure it out. You know why? Good. So instead of dying 3 more times, I just left. I left. I said, nah, I'm out.
They got a manky eye. I'm a black Scottish cyclops. They got more and they got the likes of me. So!
And then we went to test this on the bugs. I skipped levels 1 through 3 and started on level 4 for time's sake. Now, I have never been one to use the Dominator on the bugs, so this was a shot in the dark if it was going to be good, and surprisingly, I found the Dominator very useful against the bugs. I found myself using it against the Hive Guards and Warriors mostly, and then I wound up using the grenade launcher for the smaller bugs, and this worked out fairly well. Mission 4 was to kill a Bile Titan. Simple, right? Well, somehow, this oversized arachnid tanked a high explosive shot from the Seaf, then a 500 kilogram bomb. But then one impact nade to the knee, and he folded like a damn lawn chair. I tell you what. Level 5 was uneventful, and the grenade launcher proved to be very useful when clearing out those annoying fucking spewers. All in all, pretty simple. Level 6 was stressful, to say the least. I managed to bomb myself, and in an attempt to create distance from me and the big fuck-off bug behind me, I somehow managed to shatter both my ankles, which in turn caused my death. In another attempt to retrieve my grenade launcher, the Bile Titan hit me with that twice, whilst he tanked a 500 kilogram bomb. Then I turned myself into a nugget. Again. But I did manage to kill off all the bugs and return to my ship safe and sound. Now, level 7, I knew this was going to be the last one. Very rarely do any of these builds push me past level 7, let alone complete a mission on level 7. And I knew this to be true because as soon as I spawned in, the sheer bloodlust from the bugs beneath my feet absolutely shook me to my core. Then I made a mistake I would rather not talk about, and then I suddenly got decapitated by a shrieker, which I did not know that they were capable of doing that. Makes them much more scary. And in my final life, I succumbed to the sin of greed. Greed for the samples, and I lost my head due to my own actions. Well, that about does it for this video, guys. Let me know what you thought. Let me know if you think this build could use some tweaking. Let me know what you'd do different. Overall, I think it's pretty solid. I think if you and your boy, I think if me and the boys ran this together, we could probably get pretty far, wreak some good havoc. There would be no map left, most likely. But overall, I thought that the build was fun. That's the main part. It was fun. And in general, I thought it was fairly efficient. You know, it was okay. But like this video if you liked it, dislike if you dislike it, leave a comment down below on which build I should do next. I'm contemplating between 2. Number 1 is either going to be the Al-Qaeda terrorist. I probably can't name it that, so we might go with the Iraqi insurgent. I'm not sure yet. It has to deal with the RPG, so if that tells you anything. And the other one is the Technocrat. Technocrat might be a little bit more nuanced to some, but I think it'll turn out pretty neat in general. So if you'd like to see that, comment down below which one you'd rather want. And I think that about does it. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Catch you next time.
Oh, they're going to have to glue you back together in hell!